Hello everyone. I'm back with another ranking video. In this one, I'll be ranking the top 10 most popular girl groups in K-pop. I'll be ranking them of my own opinion and based loosely on categories I created for what makes me a fan of a group. Here is a list of the most popular girl groups as of 2019. Please don't get too offended if I rank your faves low. I have nothing against any of them as people or performers, but they just weren't exactly what I like in a group. I'm sure they are all lovely and talented people. And without further ado, let's begin. G-Friend is one of those groups that I expected to be really good, but then got disappointed. There is nothing wrong with the girls, in fact that's really the only thing I like about them. I'm not a big fan of their style of music and the concepts were a little too innocent and girly for me. I did see that they recently had a comeback that was a little more mature, but I still couldn't get on board with the song. Their choreography all looks the same to me, and I thought a lot of their tracks sounded similar to each other as well, so that really was a deal breaker. I actually love the girls' personalities and group energy though, so it's a shame I'm not a fan of the rest. When I first heard Blackpink's Do 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 Do, I thought I would for sure like the group. Then I listened to some of their other music and was less impressed by them. I found the choreography was a little repetitive and couldn't really distinguish some of their older songs from each other. The girl crush concept obviously works for them, but their particular brand of girl crush just went stale for me really quickly. Their group energy is almost non-existent to me, but I don't think it's because they don't vibe well with each other. I think because of the lack of content like variety shows and interviews that usually let fans see how well a group works together makes them seem unrelated in any way. People see that rift and begin to think they don't like each other, creating bad group energy. And I don't mean to be Captain Obvious, but their lack of comebacks makes them seem kind of distant, and I forget about them existing a lot of the time. I think if YG managed them better, they would be a lot higher on my list. EXID has always been sort of a neutral group for me. Their concepts aren't quite boring, but aren't that exciting either. The songs they put out are kind of hard to listen to, and arranged in a confusing way. The different parts of the songs all sound like completely different songs to me. However, their group energy is pretty good, and the choreography can get kind of addicting on some of their songs. Their live stages are also really enjoyable to watch, because they have great stage presence. And needless to say their vocals are absolutely amazing. Maybe I'll come around to them someday, but for now, they are kind of overshadowed by bigger groups. G-Idol is a sort of confusing group for me. I don't love or hate their concepts. Their group energy is good, but when it comes to their music, the lines are so heavily skewed towards Soyeon that it makes her seem like a solo artist with the other members as backup singers. Not that Soyeon isn't talented or is to blame for how many lines she gets, but I'd like to see what talents the other members have too. It's really annoying to me, and it is a major reason why they aren't ranked higher on this list. Their music is pretty good and super catchy most of the time though. G-Idol's choreography is really enjoyable and really well done. Their stage presence is really strong and powerful as well, which makes for very interesting stages. I just wish that there would be more even line distribution. When it comes to iZone, I really enjoy certain things about them and am less excited about other categories. Let me explain. I'm absolutely in love with their concepts. The natural, pretty, innocent, fresh, whatever you want to call it, concept. That concept is my jam, and they do it so well being that all of them are all young and innocent looking. And I owe their music almost as much as the concepts, because it just makes me feel like I'm floating on a cloud or running through the woods surrounded by fairies. Okay, that sounds high-key weird, but you get the idea. However, their choreography is a little bland compared to the music. Maybe that's because some of the members don't have proper dance training, but still. Their group energy is alright as well, but I think the language barrier kind of disrupts their whole vibe. And to me, their stage presence isn't really that good. Their stages are very forgettable for me, making them hard to watch through. iZone is a nice girl group that needs some tweaking here and there to smooth them out a little, but really fun overall. ITZY is a really steady yet adventurous girl group for being rookies. When I first heard about them, I thought JYP was just trying to create another Twice or something like that, but ITZY is their own girl group for sure, so I respect JYP for making that move. Their concepts aren't really anything new, but they are executed well, and the girls really fit into them nicely from what I can tell so far. The girls seem to create a coherent group energy and seem enthusiastic in all their performances. I really like their music because of its different sound, but it does get old pretty quickly. Their choreography is really catchy too, and I honestly couldn't stop doing the little finger move from Icy after it dropped. ITZY's stage presence is outstanding, especially since they are a rookie girl group. I love watching their performances and interviews, and I can't wait to see what they have up their sleeve for the next comeback. Whenever Red Velvet announces that they are having a comeback, I always get super excited because they bring something different to the table every time. Their concepts are so new and interesting, and even if I can't appreciate the music that goes with the concept, I'll still watch the music video and look through the concept photos. Their group energy is pretty nice, but I think Irene can sometimes come off as cold, even though I don't think she really is, which makes the group energy turn a little sour. But overall they are enjoyable interactions between the members. For the most part, I really like their music, but I took off a couple of points from my ranking, because recently their comebacks like Zimzalabim and Umpa Umpa were not my jam. Hopefully their comeback at the end of December will be better. I think that the choreographies are really well planned and put together nicely, and the choreographies really suit their concepts well. However, stage presence for them is another matter. I know how controversial this topic is, but I'm just gonna say what I think about it. I don't think their presence is the worst I've ever seen, but it's definitely not the best either. Their dancing can be kinda weak, since they aren't really a dance focus group, and their facial expressions are not superb either. They absolutely don't deserve all the hate they get for it though. All around, Red Velvet is a really pleasant group, and I enjoy being a fan. Mamamoo is a one-of-a-kind group. Their confidence, talents, and group energy really combine to put them in the top 3 in this ranking. Whenever I watch interviews or reality show clips from them, there is always a smile on my face. They seem just like a group of friends hanging out together. They have absolutely wonderful stage presence, because generally they all can dance well and have engaging facial expressions. They really let their awesome choreographies shine too. When their song hit dropped I couldn't get the choreography out of my head, if that makes any sense. For the most part, their music is excellent, but I'm not really into their older songs. The only thing I would say is not that great is the concepts. They aren't necessarily bad, but most of their concepts seem to be different takes on the same concept. I really enjoyed the Starry Night era though, so I know they can pull off a more natural and fresh concept. In conclusion, stan Mamamoo. Everglow was honestly one of the best groups to happen in 2019 for me. They have outstanding music that is really catchy and sets them apart from the other groups out there. All their title tracks, even though there are only 2 so far, are really intriguing. Although they both took some time to grow on me, I think it was well worth it, because I still listen to them both all the time. I absolutely love their concept for their debut song Bon Bon Chocolat or however you say it, but Adios's concept was a little more generic and has been done before. So even though they owned the concept head to toe, I think they should throw in a little twist to it to make it their own. I like their group energy, and it seems to me like they work really well together on and off stage. Everglow's choreography is one of my favorite things about them. It is always so unique, special, and works with the song perfectly. Their stage presence is out of this world for a rookie group, and I love watching their stages so much. They simply exude confidence and have the potential to be a #1 girl group someday. Overall, Everglow is my favorite debut this year and I just cannot wait to see what's next for them. I put Twice in the number 1 spot because they are the whole package. Their group energy is so fun and magnetizing to me, and I love watching the variety shows that they appear on all the time. Twice's choreographies are really unique because they always have a point move that anyone can do. I always find myself just randomly doing their point moves out of nowhere. I absolutely love all of their title tracks, and their B-sides never disappoint either. When they had their fancy comeback, I fell in love with every aspect of it. That song is still my number 1 K-pop song to date. I would rank their concept score lower, but recently they have been more conceptually adventurous, and I think they are exploring the new concepts really well. Even back when they were doing cute concepts, I thought they were executed perfectly, though I did take off a point on their concept score because the cute concepts did get a little monotonous after a while. Twice's stage presence is really good, and I often find myself wanting to watch their stages because of it. I actually just posted a video about it on this channel, if you wanna check it out. Twice is a wonderful girl group, and I love nearly everything about them, from their lovely personalities to their addictive dances. I want to thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. I hope you all enjoy these ranking videos as much as I enjoy making them. Again, I don't mean to offend anyone by ranking these groups, nor do I think that this is a measurement of their worth as human beings or performers. Thank you for understanding. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.